What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Duran Duran. I did want to start with a quick anecdote. When I did the last reaction, which was to a second version, or a second remix of Violence of Summer, a couple people pointed out that the other remixes that are still on that single are all kind of heading in a similar direction. Most of the remixes have that flavor. And so Seb was saying, you know, maybe you can move on to Water Babies. It's a remake of All Along the Water. And he's like, you know what, maybe I shouldn't say too much. And, you know, Philip and a couple other people have said it's not the worst thing in the world when I go into a reaction without a clear, like, roadmap, because it allows the tune to surprise me. I sort of, you know, go on the journey without necessarily knowing what's going to happen. And I do agree, but in this case it actually wouldn't have mattered, because when I went to the single for Sirius to download it, it says Water Babies, parentheses, All Along the Water remix. So ultimately in this case I would have found out one way or the other, but yeah, we're going to listen to what is a remix of All Along the Water. What I remember about the original is that it has a very pop groove to it, a sort of upbeat pop groove. It's a very danceable tune. I remember the lyrics, they seemed like they were using the phrase all along the water as well as just, you know, someone's water in a very euphemistic way, a sort of quasi-sexual way. So, you know, we'll see if there's any alteration with that or if it's more about changing the sonics here. But yeah, ultimately that's what I remember, that it was a pop groovy sort of tune with lyrics that have seemed to be approaching the intimate and or sexual, but in a sort of euphemistic, metaphorical way. But yeah, let's see what this is. This is Water Babies, a tune from the Sirius single, and it's a remake of All Along the Water from the Liberty album. Obviously got a dance feel, almost like a tribal dance feel. Very small xylophone. Very, like, cyclical, like almost claustrophobic percussive feel. The way he was singing there for a moment, almost sound like MJ. I like that. It's a gritty, sort of aggressive even. They could have called this the tribal remix and I would have been like just as convinced that it was an appropriate title. But in this case, the title just removes the comma, like all along your water, comma, baby, but then water baby, like get the comma out. Later. a young person's laugh and put it through a number of filters and made it into a synth. I like this groove when she's doing those single line vocals. Like I was saying, it had a tribal feel. It felt like tribal house, like, you know, one of the subgenres of house I remember a couple of my friends being into when I was going to rave parties in the 90s. It was like tribal house, and that had that feel. But again, I enjoyed the vocals from All Along the Water. It seems like, you know, they were sort of used more selectively. It didn't feel like the full song, but maybe I'm not remembering that right. Again, I have listened to like a lot of music, so now it's like certain tunes I can sort of think of in the moment, but some other tunes, just as I go to recall them, it's like, it's more like a sort of incomplete picture that I can sort of see parts of, but not all of. So what I remembered about the original is that I feel like there was more like lyrical, like territory covered in the original, but maybe it really was just those, you know, same phrases being repeated. But I definitely feel like this had a heavier, kind of like dance heavier, like rattly percussion feel way more than the original, which felt like smoother. Like I said, it was like a smooth pop groove. So yeah, definitely felt the difference, even if I can't quite remember all the contours of the original. And yeah, a cool tune. It felt like, as I said, a sort of house remix, you know, like a dance floor remix, but with a particular flavor, not just, you know, more like percussive and sort of, you know, kick drum driven and whatever, but with like a real kind of heavy, like live drum sort of feel. So I did enjoy that. Let me know if you agree. You know, shout out to Seb and Philip and everyone who's been commenting, and Izzy, and sort of guiding me through this like later phase of the Duran journey, going through the singles and hitting, you know, the B-sides and other remixes and versions I haven't done. As I keep saying, when I get to the end of that, my plan is to go back and do some second look reactions to certain tunes in the catalog that really made an impression on me, and that now, having listened to them more, I might have more to say. So in any case, let me know what you think of this one. More singles to come, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Peace.